Any questions from Lambda expression? No questions, sir? Shall I proceed to the today topic? Today topic is method reference. Very simple topic, easy topic. So hope you remember what we discussed Lambda expression with generic syntax also. Today class will complete method reference. And tomorrow we will understand stream API. Very important topic. Okay. So these are the points we have to learn as part of method reference. What is a method reference? Next point is what? Why method reference? How can we implement method reference? How many ways we can implement method reference? If the referenced method or constructor is a overloaded method, online students can hear me? Someone is saying unable to hear. If the referenced method or constructor is a overloaded method or constructor, which parameter method or constructor is executed? Okay, so these are the 5 topics we have to understand. Okay, because you already learned Lambda expression. Okay, because you already learned Lambda expression, method reference is very, very easy topic. Just like that, you will understand. First, I have to create Lambda expression. Method reference is the shortcut way of developing Lambda expression. But no, method reference is the shortcut way of creating Lambda expression. YouTube live students. Method reference is the shortcut way of creating Lambda expression. Okay, let me first create one functional interface. Then let me create Lambda expression for that functional interface. And then you can understand method reference easily. First, I am developing one functional interface at the rate functional interface I1 open bracket void m1 of semicolon. No parameter I'm taking. Okay. Initially, let me make it simple. Then now I am going to write here. I want you teach me how to write Lambda expression for it. How to write? Now I should take I1 equal to I should write Lambda expression without parameter, arrow, and body your wish. You write or don't write. System dot outer println double quotes. Hi, I have written. Some dummy logic I'm writing. Main logics we'll understand later. This is the Lambda expression. How to call Lambda expression? I1 dot method m1. Okay. Now There is a question here. Online students, YouTube live students, you are not active today. Seems to be you lost your interest. Shall I stop YouTube live? Is chat permission there or not? Chat permission there. Seems to be not interested. Come on, reply. Keep on reply. Be engaged yourself. Otherwise, you will get bored and you will go to the sleep mode. Unknowingly, will sleep. Now tell me what I am doing. Lambda expression implementation time. Whatever the logic I have here, same logic already was there. I have a class called A. In that class already there is a method called some method named ABC. In this method already I have the logic. Then what you suggest me? I should write logic by myself or I should reuse the existing logic? Everyone, I should reuse. Reuse means what should I do? In the lambda body, call this method. Okay. Don't write this logic by your own and write the call this method here. That's all now. Now tell me how to call this method. If it is a static class name dot, right? If it is a non-static, create object first and then object dot. Am I right? Listen, very important point. Sir, when I can reuse this method in the lambda expression, if the method signature means the parameters is the same as this method parameters. If the functional interface method parameter same as the method available in another class, then I can reuse this method here. Is it clear? Is it clear? Now repeating again. I have one functional interface. With the same functional interface method parameters, I have a method in another class. Hello, method name is not I'm asking. Method name can be same or different. Only concentration is on what? Method parameters. Okay. If method parameters are same, in place of I am writing my own logic, I can reuse the logic available in this method. Help me how to write the code now. I1 equal to parenthesis arrow body. Now if it is a static method, how can I write? A dot M1 semicolon closed bracket semicolon. If it is a non-static method, how can I write? Arrow lower bracket. Can I write like this? New A parenthesis. First I should create object. Dot with object can I write M1 semicolon. Okay. Another important point. I1 equal to, tell me, inside the class A, I have constructor whose parameter is matched with method parameter. No parameter can be matched or not? Yes. Then can I also write just constructor call, open bracket, closed bracket? So I can implement lambda expression body. Okay, I can implement lambda expression body either by calling static method of a class or I can call non-static method of a class, or just by calling what? Constructor of the class. That means I can implement Lambda expression three ways by reusing the logic available in another class. Now my question is, Sun Microsystem told me from Java 5 onwards, Arey Hari, whenever you are developing some logic repeatedly based on the syntax, same syntax code again and again you are writing, don't write, I am providing shortcuts. Use the shortcut. For example, every time you are creating wrapper class object for representing primitive value as an integer from Java 5 onwards, you don't write, just assign the value. Internally compiler will take care. Just write. When you are calling a method, you define a method with parameter to pass 0 or n number of values. Okay, then you are creating array object. Don't create array object directly, plus compiler will create the object. Like this, there are several options we got, several new syntaxes we got in Java 5. The same Java 5 enhancements are continued in Java 8 also. In Java 8, Lambda expression is provided as a shortcut to implement the method. Okay, and now this Lambda expression again found as a lengthy code, hence again found what? One more shortcut. That shortcut is what? Method reference. Sir, where is the problem in Lambda expression? Array, carefully look at here. What are you doing in the Lambda expression body? You are just calling the method. Other than calling the method, you are doing nothing. No? Lambda expression is just calling the method, just calling constructor, doing nothing. Then why you are writing this extra syntax? Why you are writing this extra syntax? It is extra syntax or not? Now, what's Sun Microsystem telling from Java 5? Whenever you are writing same code repeatedly, don't write. Just ignore. I will write it behalf of you. My point is correct. Then what Sun Microsystem told? Array bhai, alternative to Lambda expression, I give a new concept called what? Method reference. When you are developing, when you are creating a Lambda expression, just calling the method of another class, don't develop Lambda expression. In place of Lambda expression, develop what? Method reference. Is the point is clear? Both WebEx live, WebEx students and the YouTube live students, if you confirm, then I can go for next point. When to use method reference, get that point into your brain. When we are developing same logic, when we are just calling the method of another class in Lambda expression implementation, we should not develop Lambda expression. Rather, we have to develop what? Method reference. Clear? Now repeat once again all points. Check. First point, what? I have a functional interface. This functional interface method parameter matching, I have already one predefined class. Okay. Then instead of okay, for implementing this functional interface, I have to write Lambda expression with my own logic. Instead of writing logic by my own, I can reuse the logic which is available in the method. So implement Lambda expression by calling the method. If it is a static method, use class name. If it is a non-static method, use the object. If it is a constructor, just create object. Then when you are reusing the method or constructor of existing class, then I found syntax is repeated. When repeated syntax writing, why you are asking me to write? That is the question to the Sun Microsystem. Then Sun Microsystem told you, hey, don't write. Here you have an option called what? Method reference. Then tell me how to develop method reference. Very simple. Look, you want to implement interface with what? Method reference. I don't want to use Lambda expression. Then remove this parenthesis, remove that arrow, remove the body, directly write what? Method call a1.m1 semicolon. It is a wrong syntax. Compiler will call and slap you because this is the old syntax, na? What is the old syntax? Calling the method assigned to a referenced variable. What is the expectation? M1 method body, M1 method logic returning the I1 object stored in I1. Is your requirement? No, 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 no. This is not the method call. This is what? Implementation of this interface. That means this old syntax should not be used. Some new syntax has to use or not. Sun Microsystem has introduced some new syntax like this. To tell to compiler, it is not the old syntax like method calling. It is a interface implementation. So what I should write now? Class name. In place of dot, you have to use a double colon and you write method name, no parenthesis, just write semicolon. Just write semicolon. This is called method reference. Everyone understand? If you call directly method with old syntax, that is method call. It is not implementing interface. You want to use a method call as a implementing interface. I have to use a new syntax. What the new syntax? Double colon. Everyone tell me. Arrow in the lambda operator. Arrow is an operator. It is an operator. Then tell me in method reference, is this a double colon a operator or separator? It is just a separator. It is not a operator. Many people are saying it is a separator, double colon separator, method reference separator. Wrong. It is a method reference. Sorry, people are saying method reference operator. It's not operator. It is a separator. Method reference separator. You should not call it as method reference operator. Now this is what type of method reference? Static method reference. Suppose your method is non-static. Tell me how to refer I1 equal to what I write? Object new a parenthesis dot m1 semicolon. Tell me, is it a referencing method or calling the method? Calling method. But I want refer the method. To refer the method, what syntax I have to use? After object should not use dot. In place of dot, I have to use what? Double colon. Then next I should write what? Method name. Following by parenthesis should be there or should not be there? Should not be there. Only parenthesis should not be there. Only semicolon. This is non-static method reference. Okay, now everyone? Now tell me, how can I refer constructor? I1 equal to, listen carefully. You want to create object of which class? A double colon by using what? New keyword. And A double colon, A double colon new. Okay? A double colon new. So now tell me, how many ways we can develop method reference? I can develop method reference in 4 ways. Number 1, by static method. Number 2, non-static method. Number 3, also non-static method. Number 4, constructor. Number 4, constructor. So non-static method I can refer in 2 ways. By using particular object. Number 2, by using arbitrary object. What is the meaning of arbitrary object? I will explain it with a program. With a program, if I show you, then you will understand. First now I coming to that point, Karthikeyan. First, if you understand syntax, I will come to the next points. Okay. Now, can you please repeat once again syntaxes? First, what is the static method reference? Class name, double colon, method, semicolon. Right? What is the non-static method reference? Object, double colon, method name, semicolon. No parameter, nothing. Okay. What is the constructor? Okay. What is the non-static method? Second syntax. Listen carefully. Class name you have to use double colon non-static method. It's like a static method syntax. Okay. It is like a static method syntax, but this is static method situation. Okay. Based on the situation, when to use object, when to use that, I will tell you. Non-static method. Okay. Semicolon. Semicolon. Okay, no? Next, what is the constructor reference? Constructor reference is class name double colon. You have to remember these 4 syntaxes. YouTube live, clearer? Can you remember these simple syntaxes? Easy na? If you are okay with this syntax, I will give you a small question. Let's see how many people can answer. Ready? Very complex point, Asra. Too much complex. I'm taking one functional interface, at the functional interface. Interface I1. Inside interface, I'm creating method with a string as a parameter, semicolon. Okay, this is my class. Now I want you create method references by using this class. Class A, it contain static method M1, static method M1, static method M1 with a string as a parameter. Okay, assume that we have a non-static method M2 with a string as a parameter. Assume we have a constructor with a string as a parameter. Okay, string yes. Now tell me, how can you write a lambda expression? Lambda expression already you know, right? First I want you write lambda expression, and then also I want you write method reference, equivalent method reference. Everyone, will you try? YouTube live students, can you also write code in chat window? In the live chat, I'm seeing your live chat. Omkar, you are calling lambda express, you are calling method referencer or implementing method referencer. Don't confuse. Calling, implementing, both are different. Don't confuse. First, with a static method. First, I want to develop with static method. Tell me what you write. I1 equal to, I have to write parameter. Can I take yes as a parameter? Arrow. Okay, for better understanding, I'm writing bracket, full syntax, I'm writing body. Inside body, what I'm writing? Just system dot out dot println of whatever the value passed as an argument that I am sending to the println. Instead of this, can I reuse the method available in class A? Yes. A dot m1 of? Yes. Whatever the value coming as a parameter, same value I am passing as an argument. Then tell me, I want you convert it as a method reference. Can you help me to write the code? Equal to method reference means what? No parenthesis, no operator, no body, directly class name. After class name, I should write dot or double colon, and method name m1 semicolon. That's all. Right? Okay. Uh, Sorry if I don't write parameter, how compiler understands, sir? Hey, you are writing this is a shortcut of lambda expression, na? If you write method reference, it's implicitly converted to lambda expression. I'll show you that practicals. You are writing method reference, but it is not method reference. Internally, this entire line is converted to lambda expression like this. Then tell me, what you call, you have to call this method to execute. How to call? M2 dot. You should use the method name of class A na, method name of interface. Method name of interface. M1 of, what I should pass? Double quote, sorry. Everyone understand where to pass argument? Now this Hari is passed as argument to this M1 method available in the class. Okay, and control is going to a class M1 method, this S receiving that argument. Whatever logic you have written inside M1 method, that logic is executed. If you understand this flow, then I will show in the system. First, I want you understand the slow flow. Flow understand writing program is damn easy. You can write yourself. Okay. Will you write the code for non-static method reference? I want lambda expression plus method reference. Tell me how to write now. I1, I3 equal to parenthesis, arrow, body. What did I write? New A dot M2 of M2 of the given argument yes. Semicolon, body close, semicolon. This is lambda expression. Tell me, in this lambda expression, other than calling method, are you doing anything else? No. Other than calling method, you are doing nothing. Then in that case, what you write? Better go for what? Method reference. So that extra syntaxes I no need to write. In method reference, what the shortcut? New A parenthesis. What you write? Double colon M2. In the method reference M2. But calling time, what should I use? M2 na M1 na? Calling time, what should I use? M2 na M1 na? M1. You must call class method or interface method, Nagendra. Method reference time method is interface method. Sorry, class method. Calling time you have to use interface method. I4.M1 off. What should I pass here? Double quotes. Naresh IT. Okay. Now tell me. This Naresh IT value is passed to whom now? M2 method of which class? A class. A class M2 method receive this value. Everyone connected? Any doubts? If you have doubts, ask. I'll explain again. Just the syntax I am writing, not more than that. How M1 calling M2 in this? You only call, na? Yeah. This M1 method body, inside you are calling M2, no? You have to see the complete syntax. You are writing shortcut, but you have to see complete syntax. This M1 method you call by using what? I4. I4. I4 assigned what? This one. What is this full syntax? It's a full syntax is lambda expression. This is the syntax. As per the syntax, what is there here? M1. This NIT is going into the parameter. And the parameter going to the M2 method call argument. You have to see the full syntax. We should visualize the full syntax. That's why first I'm explaining. I didn't start program yet. Understand? Now teach me second one completed. Third one with a constructor. First you have to teach me lambda expression, then method reference. Then you will understand everything easily. I1, I5 equal to again yes arrow. Then body. Inside body just I am calling constructor by passing lambda parameter as an argument. Lambda is a method. Who is calling whom? Lambda expression is calling A class constructor. Then here in the lambda operator, lambda body, you are just calling constructor. When you are just calling constructor, I can convert it as what? Method reference. How to write method reference now? I5, sorry, I1, I6 equal to, method reference means what? Lambda parenthesis, lambda operator, body. 3 you are removing and you are just writing class name double colon new semicolon. Okay? Then tell me, is this shortcut leaving as it is? No. It's internally converted as what? This lambda. Method reference is a shortcut of writing lambda, internally converted to lambda. Then next, I want to call the method. Which method you call? Functional interface method M1 by passing string double quotes Amirpet. Tell me the flow of execution. This Amirpet. Where is the cursor? This Amirpet is passed as an argument to a class constructor. Which constructor? There are many constructors are there in the class. Which constructor? This interface parameter matching constructor. The interface parameter matching constructor is string, that is going and searching for what? String parameter constructor. String parameter constructor is executed. Okay. Now, shall we go for system now, practicals? If you understand theory fully, whether our understanding right or not, we'll see. In a class, it doesn't care how many methods, but the parameter of class method and interface method has to same right. Yes, Sandeep, correct. Sandeep Reddy Wanga, correct. Pratap, again you are come up with the same doubt. You are referring to which one interface, na? The parameter type is decided based on interface parameter. Okay. Now look at this. This is the class A1. I have M1 method static M1, overloaded M1. I have non-static method M2, overloaded M2. Okay. I have constructor, no parameter, constructor, int parameter. Now everyone should teach me. I am writing one method reference. Which parameter method executed, you should tell. Ready? Ready? मैं ready हूँ. तुम? I am writing A1 double colon M1. First tell me, is this static method reference or non-static method reference or constructor reference? Static method reference. Tell me. Then you have to search for static method in the class A1. In A1, I found M1 method as a static, but how many methods available? 2. Any confusion? No. What you have to see? The interface method parameter to whom you assigned it. You assign to an interface method parameter, no parameter method is executed. If you assign to int parameter interface method, then interface parameter method is executed. I mean, int parameter method is executed. Correct? Huh? Saksham Singh, two methods available. How the functional interface contain two methods, man? Again, you come to the zero. You said about M1, okay. Now tell me, everyone. Now I'm writing A1, sorry, new A1 parenthesis double colon M2. Now semicolon. This is which method reference? Static or non-static? Non-static. Now M2 method of which class? A2 class. Again control is coming to A2 class, searching for M2. Found. Achha. There are two M2 methods available. Then compiler confuse or don't confuse? It doesn't confuse. Okay. What it will look for? Interface method parameter. If interface method parameter is no parameter M2 execute. If interface method parameter is int parameter method is execute. Okay now? Wonderful. Same point. Same point. A1 double colon new. What is the meaning of A1 double colon new? Search for constructor in the A1 class. Control is going to A1 class, searching for constructor found. Then compiler has seen two constructors. Which constructor executed? Harsha Jina, super. Where is interface, sir? You tell me first interface. Super. For calling no parameter, method reference syntax is same. For calling no parameter and int parameter method, non-static method reference is same. For calling no param constructor and int parameter constructor reference is same. Nikhil Tiwari saying both will be executed. Arey. Buy one get one free na babu. It's not buy one get one free. Which one executed? Depending on the functional interface to whom you have assigned. Depending on the functional interface to whom you have assigned. If functional interface is a no parameter functional interface, no parameter method, no parameter constructor executed. If functional interface is a int parameter, then int parameter method, int parameter constructor is executed. Method reference topic complete. So easy. Okay. Now read all points. What is a method reference? Referencing or calling a method or constructor of one class for implementing a functional interface is called method reference. Hello, do you understand? For implementing functional interface, calling a method or constructor of one class for implementing a functional interface is called method reference. A method reference is a shortcut for creating Lambda expression. Why method reference? It is for decreasing code in creating Lambda expression. Lambda expression itself is a shortcut for implementing functional interface. Method reference is the more shortcut for Lambda expression for implementing functional interface. How can we implement function method reference? A method reference is implemented by using a separator called double colon. In Java, double colon is not a operator, it is a separator. How many ways we can implement method reference? We can implement method reference in 4 ways. Static method reference, instance method reference. Let me say on or off, let me check properly the terminology. instance method reference of a particular object. Second, instance method reference of an arbitrary object. Arbitrary object. Arbitrary object of a particular type. Of a particular type. Here particular type means class. I will explain it with an example. This one is little complex to understand. That's why I am holding it. Once you understand first these three, 1, 2, 3, then it is easy for you to understand. Instance method reference of a particular object. Reference to an instance method of an arbitrary object of a particular type. This is Sun Microsystem documentation directly. docs.oracle.com. Okay. Next, if you access a static method of a class for implementing functional interface, it is called static method reference. Syntax, for example, functional interface, class name, static method name, A1, M1. If we access a non-static method of a particular class for implementing functional interface, it is called non-static method reference or instance method reference. Class object instance method new A1. Particular object is what? New A1 M1. Now, if we access, let me take numbers for easy. 1, 2, 3. If we access a non-static method of a class on a collection or an array of objects, a collection of objects or an array of objects. A collection of objects or an array of objects of a particular type for implementing a functional interface. It is called non-static method reference or instance method reference. Directly let me write instance method reference. Instance method reference of an arbitrary object. Syntax. Here you should not use class object. You must use class name. What I should write? Class name, instance method name. Then here, what should I pass? Here I should use class name. For example, string dot. Okay, let me take our own class name only. Our A objects, A1 M1. Okay. So, sir, how it will decide between static method reference and non-static method reference? Here, static method reference also same syntax. Non-static method reference also same syntax. Now, sir, how it will be differentiated? Okay, I'll tell you that. How it is differentiated based on the method parameter. Okay, if this interface parameter is class name, okay, then class name reference will come. Okay, I'll tell you with an example. When I talk, you will understand. At this stage, don't worry too much. Okay, syntaxes for learning time, don't confuse. With example, you will get clarity. And next, fourth one is what? If we access a constructor of a method for implementing functional interface, it is called constructor reference. Syntax and example, class name, new, A1 new. Okay. Now the question. If the referenced method or constructor is a overloaded method or constructor. Which parameter method or constructor is executed? It is compiler confused based on the parameter. It is depending on functional interface method parameters. Okay, right. This is the complete theory. But compatible you can pass now. If you have method parameter double, you can pass int. What is the problem? Saksham Singh. If parameter is double, you can pass double or its lesser type values. Any problem? Did you attend yesterday class? Yeah. Everyone, shall I go for the program part? Will you try to catch up? Abhishek, where should I scroll down, man? Now, these 5 points, I'm going to implement. What is a method reference? Implementing a functional interface by calling method is called method reference. Why method reference? It is a shortcut of Lambda expression implement. Okay, how can we implement method reference? How many ways we can implement method reference? Method reference implemented by using double colon separator. How many ways we can implement method reference? 4 ways. Static method reference, referencing a static method, referencing a instance method with particular object, referencing to an instance method with arbitrary object, and referencing a constructor. What is the syntaxes? Static method, class name double colon, method name semicolon. Non-static method, object double colon, method semicolon. Okay, with the arbitrary object, class name double colon, method name semicolon. Constructor, class name double colon, new. Okay, I didn't explain anything about arbitrary type object, Mr. Sultan. Without explaining, how can I ask little bit explain more? I didn't explain anything, just I gave syntax. So non-static method reference is 2 ways. With object dot, with class name dot. Shall we proceed now? I'm giving you class A1, M1 with no parameter, int parameter, no parameter, int parameter, no parameter, int parameter. Arbitrary method, arbitrary object, I'm not considering here. That is a confusion topic. First, I want to complete it, then come to the arbitrary object. Look, functional interface AB1, void ABC. I have functional interface ABC with method ABC, no parameter. Tell me, is this functional interface method ABC matched with the static method M1 or not? Can I use this M1 method to implement this functional interface? Yes. Next, ABC2 having the method ABC with the parameter int. Can I use this? Can I implement this functional interface by using this int parameter method M1 or not? Yes. Now go. Look at here. I am writing system.out.println lambda expression. Just I am printing hi. Instead of I am writing logic to print hi, I want to use a predefined already available method. Then I don't want this. Then I'm calling what? Instead of writing logic myself, I am writing a1.m1. Tell me, this is a method reference or lambda expression? Lambda expression for implementing functional interface. But what I want, I don't want write the excess logic. I wanted to reduce that logic. For reducing logic, what I have to use? Method reference. Method reference means what? Only consider this part. Only method call. A1 double colon M1. Method reference is a shortcut of Lambda expression creation. And here also calling interface method, interface method, interface method. 3 times hi will be printed. Already what you learn, I'm showing in the system, compiling and executing. I'm not writing anything new. Now, with this knowledge, we have to go to projects. Now, this is directly logic. This is reusing logic. Look at that. 2 times what is executed. Either Lambda expression wise method calling, method reference wise method calling. It is executed A class M1 and print output high. What the flow of execution? This is nothing but Lambda expression. You are writing shortcut, compiler converted to Lambda expression background. A double colon M1 means you are calling A class no parameter M1 because interface method is what? No parameter. When you are calling method, which method you have to use? Referencing method name or interface name? Interface name, don't confuse here. If you don't type, you will not understand. You should type code you have to type. Okay. After going to room, you have to type everything. As long as you don't type, you will not remember. When I'm explaining, everything seems to be easy because it's easy to me. If you want, you also make it easy and explain to the interviewer easily. You should also type the program in your system. Line by line, you have to try like this. Now tell me, I want you use static method reference to this interface. How to write? Lambda expression I want, method reference also I want. Look at here. Can I use Lambda expression like this? A arrow A1 dot M1 of A. What am I doing? The given parameter I am passing as argument. Lambda expression doing nothing except passing the parameter as argument to M1. At least extra one character have you written here? No. When there is no at least one character extra, can I replace this method call with method reference or not? Yes. Sir, method reference here and here, there you written same. Dekho, no difference in method reference. Here no parameter M1 executed. Here int parameter M1 executed. How compiler JVM differentiating that based on the assigned interface. Here assigned interface is ABC1, no parameter. Here interface is ABC2, int parameter. Control 1. Okay, no, understood? Look, 2 times M2 of int, lambda expression 10, M2 of int, functional method reference 20. Any doubts? Connecting understood? This 20 passed as an argument here and further passed as argument to M1 method. Okay, this is lambda, background it is lambda, this line is rewrite here simply. Now, same thing, I want to use a non-static method reference. Are you ready? Same thing, non-static method reference. First, if you are not understanding how to write method reference, you write lambda expression first. Then convert lambda expression to method reference. You have seen method reference in the predefined code. Somewhere in your project you have seen method reference. Not understand. Convert it to lambda expression. You will understand. When you are writing, first write lambda expression and method reference. Already method reference is there. You not understanding, convert it to lambda expression. It's easy for you. And tell me, now this interface is what? No parameter. Then no parameter. Now just collect this and place new A parenthesis double colon method name, no parameter. Okay. Then when you're calling method, you don't pass any argument. What the flow? Execute no parameter. Execute no parameter non-static M2 method from A1 class. That is the meaning. Execute no parameter M2 method from A1 class. Control 1. 2 times it is executed. I have a question for you. Tell me, here 2 times constructor also executed, na? Because you are creating object by using no parameter, constructor also executed. First constructor message displayed, then M2 output is displayed. Catching my point? Look, constructor executed, M2 method. Again constructor executed, M2 method. Okay, last point. Constructor reference. Oh, sorry. ABC2, overloaded method reference. Look at your ABC2. Now, parameter passing as an argument. When you write the lambda expression by calling method of another class, just by passing parameter as an argument, what happened? You can replace this lambda expression as method reference just by writing new a parenthesis colon m2. Sir, if I write here plus 10, can I write method reference? Where I can write this plus 10, Rabbi? Where I should write this plus 10 here? Hmm? Where I should write that plus 10? What is the meaning of the statement? Whatever the argument coming, pass as argument to M2. Here A there, A passed. B there, B passed. And this 223 going as a argument to method reference and pass it as it is here. Hey, Sai, how can you say me? You write, sir. This is the requirement of lambda expression method caller. Lambda expression developer is different, method caller is different. Both you don't combine. When I can use method reference? If lambda expression just passing its parameter as argument to method call, not writing extra single character, then only you can use method reference. In the lambda body, in addition to calling method, if you are writing at least one extra character, you cannot develop method reference. Okay, no? समझ में आया everyone? This is not possible to develop method reference. Then you have to use only lambda expression. Wait, man. I didn't come to that point yet. Okay. Then now I'm using this. Any confusion? Same what I explained, I'm showing. New A1, new A1 of 10. This is what? No constructor, no param constructor. This is int param constructor. Then convert them as method reference. Both the syntax is same. Syntax is same. A1 new, A1 new. Right? Control 1, compile successful. Then how to decide which constructor is executed? For no parameter constructor executed. For int parameter constructor is executed. Look, no param constructor, int param constructor. Okay, nobody? Whatever I explained theory, same thing I implemented practically. So my proofs are comfortable. So if everybody comfortable, then I'll show you one very much horrible topic. And I'll see whether you understood or not. Ready? I have one functional interface. with interface I1. The method parameter is M1 with string as S. Okay. I am writing lambda expression something like this. I1 equal to parameter S arrow system dot out dot println of S. S1 dot method name is M1 by passing double quotes I. Tell me, is there any confusion? This is my lambda implementation and this is calling. Now I am passing Hari to the M1 method of, it's not S1, sorry, I1. I'm passing Hari to the M1 method implementation provided by I1. Then this S received my argument Hari and giving to the method of system.out.println. System.out.println printing the data Hari on the console. Is it clear? Everyone tell me. This lambda expression is an implementation of just calling a method called println. Are you doing anything else? Is it a static method or non-static method? Println is a static or non-static? Non-static. Because you are using object. System.out is an object. Okay. System dot is an object. Out is an object available in class system. So total statement is what? System dot. You are calling one predefined method available in Java language by using the object out by passing the given parameter as an argument. You are doing nothing. Can I convert it as a method reference? Can I convert it as a method reference? I1 equal to same parameter I am passing as an argument. Then why should I write a parameter equal to remove parameter? Directly can I write like system dot out? It is an object. After object dot should change to what? Double colon. And next we have to write what? Method. Can I write like this? Println semicolon. I1 dot M1 of double quotes Naresh IT. And tell me, is it a valid syntax or not? बहुत valid है. NIT passed as an argument to M1 of I1. I1 receiving argument. The same argument is given to println method. Println method printing that. Understand? Now, in your Spring Boot classes, 99% of the time, Spring system.out.println will write like this. Okay. Sai Kumar, here what you have written, man? Same thing you write here, na? If you write here print, write print. If you write println, write print. Apply this point here. I am taking AA2, which is taking parameter printing direct. In place of lambda expression, can I use a method reference like this? Yes. Control 1, compile. It's not arbitrary. Ajay, arbitrary and a class name must be there, na? Arbitrary means before method call, class name must be there. Look at that, 45 and 55. Everyone understand that? In the coming classes, I'm going to use, this is the syntax, tomorrow class. In tomorrow class, I will use this syntax. Then tomorrow you should not confuse. Any confusion? in converting this lambda expression as method reference? It may be a user defined method or maybe a predefined method, doesn't matter. Everyone tell me, is this syntax allowed? Is this syntax allowed? Yes. Argument, I'm adding double quotes a plus. I want to print the name of the value a. Now previously name of the value not there. Now the name of value is there. Compile, execute. A column 45. Okay, now? Now, can I convert this lambda expression as a method reference? What the syntax of method reference? Object double colon println. What is the meaning of it? This 55 is passed as an argument to here, and the same value is passed as an argument here. Then who write double quotes a plus extra? Compiler doesn't write, no? Compiler don't know that extra characters what you want to write. Clear? Then control 1. Control 2. 55 printed as just 55. 55 printed as just 55. Is it clear? So when we can write method reference in place of lambda expression, if inside lambda expression, if you are just calling method, not doing anything else, extra one character also you are not writing, then you have to use method reference. If you are doing extra calculations other than the method calling, then you have to go for lambda expression only. Maya, my job is over. I told you method reference is. I told you method reference is nothing but internally lambda expression. I am printing A16. Tell me, when I print A16, what is printed? Is this line printed? No. I told you lambda expression is an object. Remember? Lambda expression is an object. Then what is printed? Object reference is printed. Lambda expression, object reference is printed. Save it, control 1. Look what is printed last line. Very, very important. Everyone watch. You don't find this point anywhere in the websites. YouTube, faculties. What is printed? $lambda. So tell me, lambda expression implicitly contain the name. What is the name? Outer class name, $lambda, and this all the reference. This is the name of the lambda. Now I am converting this lambda to method reference. I told you method reference is a shortcut way of writing lambda. Then A17 is internally compiler converted as what? Lambda. What the proof, sir? Print the referenced variable. You will see lambda only internally. देखो test $mr $lambda. Method reference is also converted as what? Lambda. This lambda is the second lambda. This is the first lambda and this is the second lambda. Second lambda is 7280. समझ में आया? So my all proofs, whatever I am talking and saying, everything I am proving here. So lambda expression is not just anonymous method. It's implicitly a object of one functional interface implementation. That's the reason we are able to store the lambda expression in a referenced variable. Method reference is a shortcut of lambda expression. If you create method reference, it is internally converted as lambda expression only. Prove it. Print a lambda expression and print a method reference. You will get the same lambda. Up to now, okay, na? Now, I want you to teach me one small point. Sir, I am creating one functional interface. Up to now, we work with a parameter. I want you to teach me with the return type. Functional interface. Open bracket, sorry. Functional interface. Interface I1, I2. I2, already ABC2, ABC3 I am taking. ABC3. Return type I am taking string, sir. Return type I am taking string. String em1. Method name can be anything. semicolon. This is the program I have written. Now, can I use this A class? Can I use this class A class for implementing the reference, method reference? Can I use this A class for implementing that method reference? Possible or not possible? A1. Can I use this A1 class? Any of these methods are constructor for implementing that method reference? No. Because these method references are what? Void. But this method is expecting what? Returning the value. So tell me, when you are developing method reference, you should consider parameter, also consider what? Return type. Am I right? If return type is not matched, then it leads to compile time. Let me see. Let me show you that. I'm writing ABC3, ABC3, A3, A17, A18. A18 equal to, now I'm taking A1 double colon M1, static method reference. Incompatible types. Void cannot be converted to string. Okay, bad return type in method reference. M1 method return type is in, but this interface expecting return value. Na? Now let me take non-static method reference. A1 place what you write? New A parenthesis. Okay, now control 1. Incompatible types. Unexpected static method M1 found in, this is M2. You cannot call static method with non-static, with object reference in method reference. It should be non-static. Okay, incompatible types. Void cannot be converted to string. Below, can I use constructor reference? Constructor new keyword object returns what? A class object as an argument, right? Constructor return type implicitly void, but what is coming out? Object reference is coming. So let us see what compiler throw here. A1 double colon new control 1. It leads to compile time error. A1 new A returns A1 object na object reference return. A1 cannot convert it to string. This meaning is what? This line meaning is what? This line meaning is what? New A1 parenthesis. Then what it returning? This is an object creation. It creates the object. And returns that object to our program. That means coming out object is what? A1. So A1 cannot be compatible to string. Is it clear, guys? Everyone? Tell me, can I write like this? ABC3 A21 equal to double quotes ABC double colon, let me write it. Hari double colon, two string can I say? Two uppercase can I write? Is it allowed? What is this object? String object. In string class, we have two uppercase method. Yes. What two uppercase method is doing? Let's see, will it accept it or not? Compile, execute. What happened? I have to execute. Tell me what I should write here. A21 dot M1 icon. Okay. A21 dot M1 call. What happened now? M1 method, no param M1 method of A21 implementation. What is that implementation? no parameter, no parameter, no parameter. And this is string object dot to uppercase. Tell me what is the lambda expression for your better understanding converted to lambda expression. For your better understanding, convert to lambda expression. ABC3 A23 equal to no parameter arrow body return double quotes ABC double quotes Hari double quotes dot two uppercase semicolon closure bracket semicolon. Understood? This line becomes a what? Method call. It is an object dot to string method. Because M1 method is a return type method, return keyword is added. This is a complete conversion syntax. This line we can write shortcut like this. Hope you all understand? So if the method return type is, if a method has a return type, the referencing method also should have the return type same as this method. If it is not matched, then you will get compile time error. Okay, will you all practice these points? Yesterday lambda expression I didn't upload, I will upload now. Okay, both lambda expression method reference both I will upload now. Will you practice? Tomorrow I will explain you arbitrary method reference, and also I'll explain you what you call predefined functional interfaces. Also I will give introduction to stream API. So tomorrow can I take class little more? More time can I take up to 1:15? Yeah, because last 3 days I'm going slow. Last 3 days I'm going slow because of your understanding purpose. Because it's a new syntax completely to you and internal mapping is required. That's why I went slow. So tomorrow class is completely new topic, completely easily understandable topic. We can continue. Tomorrow, can you join the class by 11:15, 11:15? Okay, tomorrow join the class by sharp 11:15. Up to 1:15, 1:20, 1:30, we will have the class tomorrow. Okay, now? I'll upload to the Google Classroom. Please join Google Classroom material access and practice. Thank you, guys. That's all for today class. Yeah, Amol, it's there in the Google, YouTube. Go and check. Praveen, why unable to pay attention? What happened, Praveen? Shivkumar, tomorrow class I'll explain if you attend. Yeah, Saksham, I'll take separate workshop on annotation. That time you can understand it. There's a part of annotation workshop. I'll teach you that separately. Okay, guys, thank you. That's all for today class. Still any questions? YouTube link in YouTube there, man. Go and search in Naresh IT YouTube channel. You don't know Naresh IT YouTube channel? Simple points also I should tell you. Why these generation people are not using little brain also? Current class institute is Naresh IT. Naresh IT has a YouTube channel. You have to go there and find out. That also should I tell you extra? Simple points. Thank you guys. See you tomorrow at 11:15. Yeah, now only I'll upload.